What is good, YouTube? Katana here, and today, another PvP build video. Now again, this build, honestly, it's very strong. Again, it's specifically for no proc CYRO. Could you use it anywhere else? Yes. Would I recommend it? There's probably other things that are better, but this is specifically for no proc CYRO. Now, Backbar, unbuffed. Doesn't look anything too crazy, I guess. Front bar, unbuffed. Don't look nothing too crazy. Maybe buff it up a little bit. Let's see. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, this. You go, something like that. And the recovery is gonna look something more like, I don't know. The recovery is gonna look something more like that. Spell damage, the penetration's pretty good. Back bar, it's not too bad either in terms of resistances and things like that. So now in terms of skills, I'm gonna go over my skills first. This is what I use in a duel, and honestly you can switch out this ultimate. Hold on. Boom, in combat. Switch out this ultimate real quick. Alright, so you'd use degen, resistant flash, mortal coil, summoner's armor, spirit guardian, animate blast bones, which if you don't know what it does, it basically, if there's like 3 corpses on the ground and you press your ultimate, it's going to summon 3 extra blast bones, and then you summon your other one, and then that's 4 blast bones hitting whatever target you're fighting. Then I got meteor front bar, Ellie drain, arcanist, elemental weapon, flame reach, blast bones. Now open world, I've been testing it out. This is pretty much my bar setup that I like to use open world. You can change it how you like. And no, I'm not a vamp because misforms sometimes just sucks. Absolute wee. So yeah, nah, I'm not a vamp. So as you can see, I put on Race Against Time. Still have these abilities are the same. I have Ravenous Goliath now. It's very good when you're, especially solo. You can literally just 2-tap people, and you're hella tanky because your health goes up so much. And then I have degen on my front bar. And then I changed out for Empowering Grasp. Just in case if you don't know what Empowering Grasp does, not only does it apply main to the people that you've like caught in it, and not only does it let your Skeletal Mage and your Spearmender be a little bit more effective in terms of damage and healing and things like that and last longer. But the way it works is that there's these 3 circles that summon, right? The first one's going to snare your enemies if they're in it. The second one's going to immobilize them. And then the third circle is going to stun them. So if you don't know, this is what the animation looks like. So that first one, that popped right there, that first one right there, boom, snares them. The second one, immobilizes them. And that third one, it stuns them. So honestly, in open world, it's pretty effective. I like it better than the totem. It takes a little bit to get used to, because you kind of have to press it a decent amount. So if you're like, kiting and stuff like that, and like they're chasing you, just turn around and just bloop. Oh, that was bad aim, but bloop. And you just keep on going type stuff. But substitutes that you could do in terms of a CC, you can go back to Flame Reach, or you could use the totem. I just don't have it unlocked. Never was like a huge fan of it. Now, in terms of my race, I am a high elf. I also use the penetration boon, which is why I have so much penetration. 64 mag, and as you can see, I do have decent max health and all that other stuff, even though I'm a high elf. And then in terms of gear, slottables first. Got Sugar Skulls. It's my preference, my go-to. You could use whatever food. I just recommend Sugar Skulls. And then I use tripods. You could use whatever pots you want to use, like immobilization, like immovables, immovables or whatever you want. But I prefer tripods. And then my front bar is spinners, weapon damage enchantment, sharpened for more penetration. My back bar, this is probably the best back bar set you could use for open world no proc CYRO, which is critical riposte. The 2-piece gives crit resistance. And then you have 1-piece pirate skeleton, tri-enchanted, and if you don't know what it does, it gives armor. And I have amber plasm. on the body, tri-enchanted big pieces, and then Chuden is my other monster set, which gives armor as well. And then Amber Plasma, just in case if you don't know what it does, gives a bunch of recovery, spell damage, spell crit, and then max mag. So it's a pretty well balanced set. My jewelry is spell damage, and then mag recovery, and it's spinners. Now, recommendations when you're making your builds this patch, just in case if you guys don't know, if you look very closely at all of this, you no longer are required to wear 5 anything to get like these passives. So it's essential that you get, for example, I'm wearing 2 pieces of heavy, so to min-max my resistances, even though it's not a lot of resistances that it gave me, a little bit helps. So, you know, for each piece that I'm wearing, it's 343, so I have 686. But the more important ones, like say if you don't have a lot of skill points, you don't really have to go for resolve. The more important ones is more of the Constitution, depending on what your health is looking at, Juggernaut, and Revitalize right here. Rapid Mending is just cool, but the main ones is Constitution and Revitalize. And then Juggernaut just in case if you have low max health. So that is that. I'm trying to think what else. You could, in terms of races that you could use other than High Elf, you could obviously use Breton, Dark Elf. You could even dabble a little bit in Khajiit, I'm not going to lie, because some of the class passives help you execute a little bit more efficiently if you were Khajiit. Just be aware, if you pick a different race, you're going to probably have to use a different Mundus and things like that. But yeah, that's that. Now, the build itself, I'm going to be honest, MAGCRO is very strong this patch. Defensively, it's very, very strong, and it's pretty fun. The only thing that kind of sucks about a MAGCRO is the lack of a CC on the class itself and a little bit of execute. I mean, most of the time I'm hitting people with like 9k blast bones with like 8k imbues, so it's kind of whatever. But the fact that I don't have a for sure execute and a for sure CC, that is annoying. I will say that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe.